be calling you a radical. So the news cycle, everybody, rightfully so, everybody has fled from the so-called news cycle. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, what's going on? The elephant in the internet, Kevin Blanch. The elephant in the ecology. How did they do it? The invaders, all the rage this century. What a century. The invaders, one-way wars. So what about Fukushima? I could prove Fukushima the greatest cover-up in human history. Nobody mentions the greatest mental illness in human history. The greatest crime in human history, the Fukushima cover-up. Well, I made it to 62. I turned 62 today. That talk about a miracle in its own right. Went to the bone marrow transplant on 11/11/11. Not to mention chest split open, open heart surgery a couple years ago. So the salmon numbers, I'm tracking them. What a catastrophe! Just in the last, since post 2011, the greatest coincidence decade in human history. All chalked up. Everything's chalked up. And everybody, these so-called scientists sit around in their glass houses and their lecture who do no field work, call themselves PhD. That's not a PhD. I mean, it's pathetic. In fact, it's asymmetric to science. First you hypothesize the knowledge, then you do the field work, then you defend your work. The new knowledge has always been severely attacked. And, well, they try to crucify it, literally. So, scientists are mystified. They're baffled. They're stumped. They're perplexed. They're bewildered. They're curious. That's not science. We have enough data now that we can run regressionary models through computer systems. Take any device, build your model any way you want. The bottom line is 10 years worth of data exists. Good data on salmon counts. We have it. So, in Science Kid, we run regressionary models. We have a big inset. We have a 10-year model. We call them outliners when something happens like that. Deviates from the mean a billion times to where the point smoke's coming out of your computer screen. The salmon, stillhead, they go to sea 1 to 2 years. We don't catch dead tide pools, Kevin Blanch does. We don't catch dead humans in bone marrow transplant since Kevin Blanch does. I was almost one of them. Just the fact that I did all this work while in critical condition. And I went into the bone marrow transplant center on 11/11/11. Big Dipper has 100. The Big Dipper has 100. We can run regression. We count every salmon in front of the dams, not dams. Jedi Smith has no dams. You can go up and down. Fraser all the way up and down. Direct hit from Fukushima. Stillhead started to collapse on Q 2012. There's that 99% on all the rivers. Chinook salmon, here's your smoking gun. They go to sea for 5 years on average. They can go up to 8, but on average 5 years. Record returns. You can look it up. Army Corps Engineers, which classified Kevin Blanch. Think about that. Talk about a feather in my cap, Pilgrim. Record returns. They were doing videos, Army Corps Engineers, on that. The live cam on the Columbia River Dam has been out for 8 years now. 7 or 8 years. I used to email them all the time. I'll find you a GoPro for $40 on eBay and send it up to you. Record returns. 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Kevin Blanch, the only scientist on Earth. I'm competing with NOAA, with Oregon State University, with Washington, University of Washington, with ODFW, WFW, all of them.